So this is the Hall of Heroes for Star Wars, the Hall of Galactic Heroes, where all your character figures will show up. And it's really cool. It's the Temple on Yavin, the movie. Yeah, it's called the Hall of Galactic. With a Mace Windu summon, some Felucia decorations, and General Grievous's wheel bike, which is really cool. Like, it's massive. A little bit more than meets the eye with them. Because if you notice how many there are, there's 6 blue ones and 3 red ones. And we know from the figure stand at Comic-Con that there is 9 Star Wars figures left to be revealed. And so if you add 6 and 3 together, that gives you 9. So those happen to be the exact same numbers. And if you also notice, the Rise Against the Empire playset has 2 villains. It has Boba Fett and Darth Vader. And the Twilight of the Republic playset has 1 villain, which is Darth Maul. And if we look at the characters in Episode 7 who are likely to get figurines, in my opinion, it would be Kylo Ren and Captain Phasma. So that would mean 2 playsets have 2 villains. So I think it would be a fair assumption to say that the Republic playset gets 1 as well. So that means there's 3 unrevealed villains. And there's 3 red buttons. Make of that what you will. And I'll show you the other 2 Hall of Heroes now. Oops, got the toy box. So the Hall of Superheroes is the Marvel Hall of Heroes. I think that if the Twilight of the Republic playset gets another villain, in my opinion, I think it'll be Cad Bane. If I can... I don't have the toy store here. But if you go into the toy store, you can actually already buy a townsperson for General Grievous. And as you guys know that all characters who have a figurine unlock an exclusive townsperson. But you can already buy General Grievous's. And I might have missed it, but I don't think I saw one at all for Cad Bane. And yet Cad Bane appears in the Twilight of the Republic playset. So if you ask me, I think that might imply that he could be playable later on if the 2 villains theory is correct. So in here we've got holograms of all the Marvel characters. The good guys get blue holograms, the villains get red ones. And back here to join all the 2.0 villains. No, the superhero holograms don't move. So I've got one here for Ultron. We also have one here for the Hulkbuster. And now if you look either side of the Hulkbuster, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 consoles. And again from that Comic-Con figure base that we saw, we know that there's going to be 4 Marvel characters. And so there's 4 consoles here, which means this is probably going to be where those figures are going to show up. Could be hidden Ant-Man one. And the only other place the consoles appear on here is in the middle here. And I don't think they're going to cram some figures in here. And there's no other blank spaces around the room. So unless they're going to increase the size of the Hall of Heroes later on, I think we're only going to see these 4 hidden characters. So moving on to the Disney Hall of Heroes. I personally think the 4 Marvel characters will be Ant-Man, Vision, Scarlet Witch, and Black Panther. I guess you could say that Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch will both be in because they're twins and they're kind of always seen together. But based on what happens in Age of Ultron, I think it's safe to say that Black Panther is going to play a bigger part in the MCU from now on. And the Marvel playset comes out in 2016, which means it'll be closer to the release of Civil War rather than Age of Ultron. And Black Panther's going to be introduced in Civil War and play a big part in that. So I think they're going to want to plug Black Panther rather than Quicksilver. So I can level up my figures, make them glow gold because I leveled them up. And so you can see a few blank spaces for figures in here, but there's no sneaky hints or anything in here because you go around and it's just the Inside Out figures and the Zootopia figures. And it's also got space for Zootopia and Good Dinosaur Power Disc. So there's no sneaky hints here at future characters, which is disappointing. I wanted to pull it apart and figure out what happened. So there's this blank space here, which will probably open a little archway to another island with new figures in there. So they'll probably update this later on to chuck in new figures. Because we know there's going to be more Disney characters yet to come. And I do have the treasure room, I can go show you that now. There's still not really anything in there, but it's here. So for anyone who doesn't know, the treasure room was something that was added in 2.0, where if you got all the 2.0 figurines, you could push this button and then quickly head to the back of this little island here, and the secret door opens up. And if you get in before it closes, you can see Aladdin's lamp and all sorts of treasure and stuff. And then of course, in the center you've got all your 1.0 characters. And all your crystal figurines are over here. I got a couple of those when I was in the US last year. I got the Lone Ranger, Mickey, Lightning McQueen, Buzz. And then I've got all the 1.0 figurines in here. See, that's everything to see for the Hall of Heroes. So you guys can go ahead and request something else you want to see. Otherwise, I'll probably just jump into an MP3 box or something. So yeah, just let me know, guys, if you want to see anything else. Otherwise, I'll just jump into something random, probably. I think that's meant to say maybe.